This is News 3 Now at 6.
First tonight, new video of an arrest in downtown Madison that is sparking protests.
Madison police say a 28-year-old man was arrested this afternoon after using a bullhorn in an indoor seating area. Madeline O'Neill brings us a live update from the protest downtown. Maddie.
We're here near the Dane County Jail, where earlier there were about 100 protesters gathered here, and they recently marched off. They are actually coming down the street again. Chanting looks to be remnants of what we saw a little bit earlier. Nice to see you again. So we are following this 28-year-old Devonna Ray Johnson is facing tentative charges of resisting arrest and disorderly conduct while armed. The police department within just the past couple hours shows him using a bullhorn, making statements about Jesus not being a white man. Video shows him holding a baseball bat. The police department also released video of the arrest. Officials say they contacted Johnson as he was walking away from Cooper's Tavern. Police say that's when he resisted arrest and struggled with officers, then escaped from a squad car where he was momentarily detained. Then officers tackled him. Johnson was taken to the hospital for medical clearance, then transported to the Dane County Jail. Police say he suffered injuries to his arms and leg. 2 officers reportedly suffered minor injuries while taking him into custody. Now, calls for this protest have been going on since this happened about noon. We've seen them on social media, people planning to gather here tonight. Again, it looks like they are marching at least around this street. We are on Doty and Hamilton, right off of the loop. So we will be following along tonight. They're saying these streets, our streets, again, in protest of Johnson's arrest earlier today.
All right, Madeline O'Neill reporting live for us downtown. Thanks, Maddie. Be careful. As protesters continue calls for defunding police, a new report shows municipal spending on police in Wisconsin has grown 60% since the 1980s. Amy Reed is live to break down these numbers and how they fit into the conversation. Amy?
This report from Wisconsin Policy Forum looked at how Wisconsin municipalities have funded police departments from 1986 to 2018. And it's not just how much, but where that money is spent most that tells us where the conversation around defunding the police could center.
I think it's really important from a sort of a big picture, city budget perspective to really take a deep look at that and to ask questions about how are we spending our money, and are there other things that we should be spending it on?
Madison Alder Grant Foster has been thinking hard about how he and the rest of council will handle the police budget this year. On top of continued community pressure, Alders also have to balance a contracted raise for officers and a projected shortfall of at least $20 million. How that will all work together, he does not know. A new report from the nonpartisan Independent Wisconsin Policy Forum analyzed Wisconsin municipal government spending on law enforcement over 32 years. In that time, police funding went up 60% when adjusted for inflation. While that did not translate to more officers per capita, the vast majority went to staffing costs.
If you're talking about we want to provide more money for the police, we want to provide less money for the police, what you're essentially talking about is staffing. It's not a situation where you could make a very substantial or sizable decrease to a police budget, but not affect staffing in some way.
That's not lost on Foster, who is anticipating the way Madison polices will have to change as the budget does. That could mean police not responding to calls like low-level retail theft and noise complaints, among other things.
We need to, be willing to say, are we okay if we want to shift some of that money? Are we okay not getting a response to certain kinds of things? That's the conversation that I'd like to start having with the community.
The council is still a few months away from finalizing anything on the police's operating budget. In fact, talks haven't even started on the operating budget quite yet. But along with looking at police, Foster brought up Alders also have to see what services they could fund instead, another challenge that the city will have to make with cuts across the board.
New at 6, the Dane County Criminal Justice Council is partnering with a national expert on mental health. Bazelon Center for Mental Health Law will review state and national funding streams available to reduce the number of people experiencing serious mental health issues in the Dane County Jail. They will also work to divert people with behavioral health challenges away from the criminal justice system. In Waukesha County today, Vice President Mike Pence pushes school choice and launches a faith-centered tour ahead of the November election.
Eric Franke talked with the vice president in a one-on-one interview about his response to recent protests over racial injustice. Eric joins us live now from the 128th Refueling Wing in Cudahy. Eric?
Mark, Charlotte, this week again giving us every indication of what a battleground Wisconsin will be in the 2020 election. The President of the United States set to visit northeastern Wisconsin on Thursday, and the Vice President here, he took off from Mitchell Airport here at their 128th Refueling Wing just a few hours ago. This was his second trip to Wisconsin in the last 60 days or so. Now, since then, of course, we've had the George Floyd incident, and racial tensions escalated. And in an exclusive one-on-one interview with the Vice President after a roundtable discussion on school choice in Wisconsin, we asked him how the Trump administration plans to address continued racial inequality in Wisconsin and across the country in light of those recent events.
We're not going to defund the police. We're going to work with law enforcement to make sure that we give them new resources, the ability for additional training on the use of force. We're also going to support our African-American community. And the President and I truly do believe that one of the ways that we can correct those historic inequities is by expanding educational choice opportunities for the African-American community. We really believe that
Now, during our one-on-one interview, we touched on his evaluation of the coronavirus pandemic, which he says, quote, "We have a ways to go." And after the school choice roundtable, he took to a rally, all of this in GOP-friendly Waukesha County. And there, we got a glimpse, really, of where this campaign is headed for the GOP in the final 4 months before Election Day in Wisconsin. The VP calling this his Faith in America tour and really touching on some traditional conservative issues like religious freedom, school choice, as we mentioned, and rebuilding the U.S. military. You can see more of our one-on-one interview with the Vice President at channel3000.com. Mark, Charlotte?
Eric Franke live in Cudahy. Thank you.
And let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti.
Some showers and thunderstorms are rolling through the Madison area as we speak. The live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison showing the showers rolling on through. The view from the WISC Skycam on the west side showing showers and a few flashes of lightning from time to time. These showers and thunderstorms popped up this afternoon. In the heat of the afternoon, they'll die down just as quickly once the sun goes down. But you can see there are some scattered showers and a few isolated thunderstorms out there. They will continue to drop down in intensity over the next few hours. Madison's dropped to 61 degrees thanks to the showers, so those temperatures will pop back up a bit. Elsewhere, temperatures are mainly in the upper 60s to the lower 70s. Dew-point temperatures are in the upper 50s, so the air not too humid. We're not seeing some widespread heavy rain or anything like that. Tomorrow will be very similar to today. Some pop-up showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with high temperatures in the middle 70s, but temperatures jump into the 80s on Thursday. We'll add the humidity on Friday and see summer-like warmth for much of next week. I'll have the details and weather in a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Gary. Madison police are investigating defaced and stolen yard signs on the east side. Multiple homeowners found KKK spray painted on their Black Lives Matter signs. Amanda Quintana is here with what neighbors are saying. Amanda?
People started noticing the vandalism on their signs yesterday morning. Brian Jukums is one of 3 residents who had their signs spray painted with KKK. He and other neighbors weren't surprised, but after getting over the initial shock, he thought it's just property and it can be replaced, but then realized what this could mean for his black neighbors.
That definitely has a deep impact on our black and brown neighbors here in the Eastmoreland neighborhood, and it makes me worry about how safe they feel in our neighborhood, how welcome they feel in our neighborhood.
We know racism exists in our neighborhood, in our community, and that's why it's important to stand up. While some of us were protesting on the street recently, we've had gestures made at us, we've had things yelled at us. Those are minor things compared to what the black community deals with every day.
Jukums says he and the other neighbors who had their signs ruined will order more and keep putting them up, saying it's the least he can do. It's a simple way to stand with the black community, although neighbors know bigger actions are needed to make real change, and they're committed to helping local nonprofits make those too. We do want to point out police say another person in that same neighborhood said their Trump 2020 and Support F-35 signs were stolen recently as well. That is also being investigated.
A group of political science grad students at UW-Madison is asking the department to hire more black people within the next several years. The students released a report on Twitter saying the department has not had more than one black person on staff at any given time since 1970.
Jamie Perez spoke to one of those students today with more on how they discovered this and what they're expecting the university to do about it. Jamie?
Right, so they found this out just by looking at a public database online that listed the department's history of faculty, and they found that since 1970, there's only been one and some years no black faculty members on staff at any given time. They said, given the national conversation about this right now, they're trying to be transparent in what the reality of our school staff looks like in hopes of paving the way for the change that we need.
When we don't bring in faculty who come from different life experiences than the predominantly white, male, cisgender perspective, then we don't get the opportunity to really see the full picture of the environment that we're studying. And in political science, where we're talking about questions of power and institutions, that is a real problem.
The department chair responded to this, saying, in part, the report is right. A more diverse faculty should be and is a goal for our department, and we must be sure that we provide an inclusive and professional workplace where colleagues can come and spend their careers. We will continue to make diversity a priority concern when we are able to again hire. Now, the report does ask the department to hire 2 black tenure faculty members by 2025, hold regular mandatory meetings on anti-racism starting this fall, and commit to offering a graduate level seminar on race and politics at least once every other year starting in 2022.
Jamie Perez reporting live. Thanks, Jamie. Next at 6, a look at the city's new Streetery program that's helping local restaurants host customers in the open air instead of in closed spaces while coronavirus concerns continue.
Services, save up to $2,500 on a new Lennox system. But hurry, it's a limited time offer and a beautiful thing.
Happy 4th of July Super Sale, happening this week at the Brothers Maine. Come in now for more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We make upgrading your home more convenient at Maine with up to 18 months of 0% financing and expert-free delivery. Get more at the 4th of July Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. And happy birthday, USA, from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Feldco season is here, and the signs are all around us. Like free installation on all windows, siding, and doors, and no interest for 1 year. It's time to jump on that home renovation project and free installation, all from the comfort of home. That gives you time to make the most of your Feldco season.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
A cleaner home is a healthier home, and now that's more important than ever. New from Stanley Steamer. Kill most bacteria, viruses, and mold in the home or office. We apply an EPA-approved, non-toxic, non-corrosive spray proven to kill most viruses, bacteria, mold, mildew, odors, and allergens that could all be potential health threats. Stanley Steamer leaves your family with a clean house and a healthier home. Call 1-800-STEAMER or StanleySteamer.com.
More than 25,000 Wisconsinites have tested positive for coronavirus. More than 260 new cases were confirmed today. Nearly 80% of people who tested positive have now recovered. Today, 2.2% of tests came back positive. That's a drop from yesterday's 3.8%. Despite the positive test spike to about 5% on Sunday, we're still seeing an overall downward trend over the past 2 weeks. Well, it's been a few months since restaurant goers have been able to sit down and enjoy a meal at a local restaurant.
Dining out during the COVID-19 era has meant curbside pickup, takeout, and mobile app delivery. But Madison sidewalks are slowly coming to life, offering outdoor seating spaces. To help recovering businesses, the city of Madison created the Streetery Restaurant Recovery Program. It temporarily allows restaurants to expand outdoor dining areas.
on private property, there's been patios allowed, but they typically go through a very lengthy review process. With the Streetery program, we've opened up parking lots. So for businesses that have parking lots, allowing the use of some of those parking stalls, in some cases the entire parking lot, to be used for outdoor dining. We've also allowed sidewalk cafes to expand outside of their normal parameters.
The Streetery program is set to expire October 25th. To find out which local restaurants are participating, check out the list on MadisonMagazine.com. We'll be right back.
Save at Wild Easttown Honda on over 400 new Hondas with 0% financing for up to 60 months. Save on your favorite new Hondas at Wild Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Shop Steinhoffel's 4th of July sale and get 35% off store-wide, plus an extra 5% off our quality furniture. Plus no money down financing for 60 months and free no-contact shipping. Get amazing deals like any size Sealy mattress, $99. This sofa, $399. 5-piece dining set or this queen bed, $599. And get an extra 10% off all in-stock patio. 5-piece patio set, now $399. So shop Steinhoffel's first during our biggest 4th of July sale ever.
I'm here.
Auntie's here.
Hey, Mom and Dad here.
Scout's here.
Shall we begin? Friends and family, we are gathered here today to celebrate.
Together, nothing can keep us apart. That's why U.S. Cellular eliminated data overages on our reliable nationwide network, so you can stay connected.
No one sells more. Wild Automotive sells more SUVs and all-wheel drives combined than any other dealer. Wild is the #1 volume SUV and all-wheel drive retailer in Southeast Wisconsin. The more we sell, the more you save. WildAuto.com.
Well, during the commercial break, I could hear a rumble of thunder over our station, and that's probably appropriate because this is Lightning Safety Awareness Day in Wisconsin. Taking a look at some lightning facts. About 47 deaths are recorded annually across the United States from lightning. Last year was a better year than average. 21 deaths reported across the United States, none of them in Wisconsin. So far this year, there have been 4 lightning-related fatalities already. Unfortunately, many people who are struck by lightning and survive have permanent injuries because of the high voltage and the heat from the lightning bolt causing burns and neurological injuries. And lightning can strike up to 10 miles away from areas where it's raining. So just because it's not raining doesn't mean that you're not in a position where you could get struck by lightning. So how close is too close? Well, measure the time in seconds between the time you see a flash of lightning and you hear the rumble of thunder. So you count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Then divide that number by 5 to get an idea of how many miles away it is. So if it's 10 seconds between the time you see the flash of lightning and you hear the rumble of thunder, the lightning is 2 miles away. And remember, as a good general rule, the 30-30 rule for safety. If there's less than 30 seconds from the time you see a flash of lightning before you hear its thunder, go inside. And then wait inside for 30 minutes after the last time you see lightning. So if 20 minutes goes by, you see another flash of lightning, that 30-minute countdown starts again. So you want to be in a place where you're not ready to be hit by lightning. And you can see there are some flashes of lightning out there right now, just isolated thunderstorms. For the most part, these are showers, some of those producing some brief heavy downpours as they drift toward the south. But this is a weather pattern where the showers and thunderstorms will fall apart pretty quickly after sunset. So 3 things you need to know. Tomorrow we'll see the same, very similar setup. Temperatures will be mild, highs in the mid-70s, and we'll see some afternoon and evening shower and thunderstorm chances. Thursday will be dry. It'll be a little warmer with high temperatures in the lower 80s. Humidity levels will still be down, but then the humidity comes back for Friday into the weekend and for much of next week with high temperatures in the middle 80s. Thunderstorm chances will be highest as we head through the weekend, but then drop next week. Over the next 48 hours, you can see our temperatures getting a little warmer each day, but notice the dew point temperatures staying low at least through Thursday. That will change as we head toward the end of the week. Meantime, as we look at weather tracking, you can see these isolated showers and thunderstorms here out in the Atlantic Ocean. This is Tropical Storm Dolly. Right now, a minimal tropical storm heading to the northeast. Won't affect the United States, but it's really the 4th named tropical storm so far this year. Much of the rest of the country right now pretty quiet, which is unusual for the latter part of June. So for tomorrow, look for a high of 74. We'll see variably cloudy skies with a shower or thunderstorm chance. On future track, the showers and storms this evening will die down pretty quickly after sunset. Tomorrow, we'll start out with some sunshine in the morning. Then we'll see the showers and thunderstorms pop up in the afternoon, die down in the evening as we clear out overnight, and then look for more sunshine and temperatures around 80 or a little bit above on Thursday. Friday, we're in the mid-80s. More humidity leads to thunderstorm chances. Next week, we'll see almost a daily chance of thunderstorms, but any given day, maybe only a 20 or 30% chance at best.
Thank you, Gary. We want to go back downtown where protests are breaking out after the arrest of a demonstrator this afternoon.
28-year-old Devonry Johnson was carrying a bat with him and has been tentatively charged with disorderly conduct while armed. Police say he also resisted arrest. Madeline O'Neill brings us a live update from the protest.
Following along with these guys, they just started walking maybe about a minute ago, heading up toward the Capitol. As we've seen with previous protests following the death of George Floyd, they have cars around the area kind of blocking off the streets. As they've gone down the street, we've seen cars beep and show their support. People sitting outside, eating, showing their support. Now, this protest is after the arrest of Devonry Johnson. We showed you that video earlier. It happened after he was inside Cooper's Tavern, inside and outside that restaurant with a megaphone. Police arrested him, and there have been calls for protests all day from supporters of his. Now, Johnson is a familiar face to these protests we've been seeing. Not only have I seen him out protesting in the past couple of weeks, he seems to be well known here as well, of course, drawing this crowd now marching up toward the Capitol. So we'll be following along and bringing you updates throughout the evening.
All right, Madeline O'Neill, live downtown. Thank you. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm.
Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
As our communities begin to reopen in the wake of COVID-19, rest assured that SSM Health is ready with enhanced safety measures so you and your family are protected. In person or online, we're here. Schedule a visit today.
Wednesday morning, Hattie has more chances for storms in her first warn forecast.
And if you've been missing concerts on the square, you have a chance to experience it in a different way starting tomorrow. We'll tell you how.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 Wednesday morning. Throughout the week, the Big Ten Network is announcing its all-decade men's basketball teams, which are voted on by a 24-member panel. Today, their all-decade second team was released, and Ethan Happ made the cut. The former Badger played at Wisconsin from 2015 to 2019. He was a three-time first-team All-Big Ten selection and one of 6 players in NCAA history to have 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 400 assists. Athlon Sports released their Big Ten Conference predictions, and the Badgers are picked to finish exactly how they finished for the last 6 seasons, at the top of the West Division. And just like last year, they're projected to face Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship game, with the Buckeyes beating the Badgers in Lucas Oil Stadium. 25 states recognize high school girls wrestling as a sanctioned sport. Wisconsin is not one of them, but that could change tomorrow when the WIAA votes on whether or not they'll be the 26th. It's a historic decision, and Melissa Kim explains why it's important to Mineral Point wrestler.
Kylie Rule was just trying to be a good big sister to her little brother Cade.
He was just too scared to go out on the mat, so she went into the wrestling room and to get him on the mat to practice with him.
But after Cade decided he was good without Big Sis, she refused to leave the mat too.
Then my dad decided to take me in to the wrestling practice, and I just fell in love with it from there.
That was in 2nd grade. Fast forward about 8 years. Kylie wrestles pretty much year-round, both on the Mineral Point High School team and her club team. She loves the challenge of the sport.
Because I know I'm pushing myself and want to feel accomplished and knowing that I'm bettering myself.
On Wednesday, the WIAA will decide whether to allow girls like Kylie to keep getting better. They'll vote on sanctioning girls wrestling.
It'd give me more opportunities in different tournaments, give myself more confidence.
Like a state championship at the Kohl Center. A dream come true.
That would be super cool. Having all those people looking down on you on that one mat, all the lights and everyone standing up and cheering.
Kylie says this decision is a big deal, not just for her.
I think it's important. Well, the numbers will grow. The more girls will definitely get into it if they have something to look up to. You're doing the same amount as everyone else on the team, so you should be able to have the same opportunities.
And no one is more determined to help grow the future of the sport.
Very proud. I'm glad nobody could have ever talked her out of doing this, and she just wants to keep chasing her dreams.
It would be pretty cool if they got that.
It's about time.
Yeah.
All right. Gary, now one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, some showers, isolated thunderstorms rolling through southern Wisconsin. It's dropped the temperature in Madison to 60 with the rain coming through. But for tomorrow, look for highs in the mid-70s. Another chance for an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm. Then look for temperatures to really warm up, mainly mid-80s all the way through next week.
All right, Gary, thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.